Horror movies. They've been scaring the living crap out of audiences for a long time. But how do they do it? Is it just the visuals? Let's take the sound out of this clip from Alien. You know, the famous air duct scene. Without sound, the audience may be more shocked than scared. Sound is one of the most important aspects to film, especially the horror genre. What would Hitchcock's Psycho be without that iconic theme? Craven's Nightmare on Elm Street without Freddy's laugh? Or even Carpenter's Halloween without the sound of Michael's breathing? Let's go ahead and take a look at a few examples. First off, let's start with the original Halloween. Not only does Michael's breathing make the viewers feel threatened or scared, but the music itself also plays a key part in building suspense and genuinely freaking them out. The 5/4 time signature of the iconic theme is not very common, so it throws the audience off at first, thus creating a sense of fear and unease. This iconic theme itself makes the audience fear for your character, but there's another piece of music that Carpenter throws in. It almost sounds like a railroad crossing bell, a warning that something is coming, or something is close. Let's take a look at a couple of clips to show you what I mean. Now, let's move into sound effects. One of my all-time favorite movies, A Nightmare on Elm Street, has a ton of great sound effects to make the audience feel uneasy, especially in the opening scene with Tina in the boiler room. We hear goats, feet on wet floor, and Freddy's claws across metal pipes. Let's go ahead and roll that clip too. Let's talk about ambient sound in horror films. These tell you where you are, when we are in that place, and what kind of place it is. The carnival in Lost Boys is meant to sound fun and inviting, so we hear the rides, the cheesy carnival music, people laughing and screaming on roller coasters, and all the other telltale signs of a carnival. Now, let's change the tone a bit. Ridley Scott's Alien is the exact opposite. To make the audience feel uneasy as well as alone, the movie starts nearly silent, especially when we're away from the ship. The closer we get, we begin to hear some ship noise, but not a lot. That is until the computer kicks on and the crew is woken up. Now, let's take a look at the air duct scene again, but this time with sound.
Move! Get out of there! Don't you move! Dad! Move, Dad! Move, Dad! Get out! Oh! No, not that way! The other way, God! Dallas?
This is where all the points I made start to come together. The blend of ambience, music, and sound effects really sells this moment. In conclusion, sound is important in setting a tone and setting, making the audience feel a certain way, and keeping the audience's interest in general. This is especially important for horror films. Sure, you can show guts and gore for the gross shock factor, but sound sells the film.